Okay, I muted everyone just so you know. So when you're admitting in, you are going to be muted. We have a couple people trying to join. So we'll wait just a minute. Hi, for those of you just coming in, I did mute you right when you came in. So if you do need to talk, you can let me know through the chat. And I think I am going to wait just about 2 more minutes just as we are letting people in or to see if anyone else is joining. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I am excited to be able to talk to you. My name is Chelsea Winterholler, and I am the Director of Operations at End Exploitation Montana. And we're located here in Billings, but we hope to have our reach go everywhere in Montana. At End Exploitation Montana, we believe that the misuse of technology really facilitates all forms of sexual exploitation. And so we like to focus on prevention, and prevention begins with education. So one of our highest objectives is to educate our youth on how to make healthy media choices. So we offer resources and education on media for parents and for students and for advocates and teachers like yourself. And we believe that so many adults have the opportunity to strategically incorporate technology into their family and into their classrooms. And they can empower youth to make safe choices online. So we hope that by doing this, we can help teach all of you. I'm just having one more person come in now. Looks like she's kind of in and out. So that's okay. Hopefully we won't have too many technical issues here as we go along. I'm really excited to be able to share this elementary program with all of you. Because I have seen an impact that it has had on hundreds of children here in Billings, and we would love to expand this program throughout the entire state. And we also have a middle school program, and you can find out more about that on our website at standweek.org or at the End Exploitation Montana website. But specifically today, we have an opportunity because of a generous donor to provide a grant to 30 schools across Montana for White Ribbon Week, which is aimed at just elementary students. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the program today. It'll just be a short 10-minute slideshow, and then at the end of the slideshow, you can see how to apply for the grant, and you can also ask questions. But during the slideshow, please take a minute if you could and send me a chat just with your name and your email so that I have your contact information just in case I need it. And you can also feel free to put questions in the chat also, and we will I'll work on answering those questions at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you now. So it'll take over here for a second. Okay. All right, so White Ribbon Week, it's blinking on me. There we go. So what is White Ribbon Week? It is such an awesome program. It helps students to make healthy choices in media and technology. So every day there is a different theme, and it helps kids learn safe online behavior. And they learn it through their classroom discussions and also fun activities throughout the day. A lot of people ask, why do we even need White Ribbon Week? There are so many reasons, but a couple that I wanted to point out to you were, number one, kids have technology all the time in their hands all day. One statistic even said that the average 8 to 18-year-old spends nearly 8 hours a day using entertainment media. And that just sounds mind-blowing. But when you think about it, they have their cell phones, they have devices at school, they have access at all times. And only 3 out of 10 of those children have rules at home about the media use. And on top of that, kids very often lack the ability to discern the dangers that are in front of them. So there are so many reasons, but those are just a few of them why we feel at End Exploitation Montana, why we need to start implementing these media safety programs in our elementary and middle schools. Okay, I'm just gonna share with you a 1-minute video about a local elementary here that has done the program.
The whole purpose of White Ribbon Week is to empower children to stay safe online.
White Ribbon Week really gives kids permission and tells them they do have the power to choose what's best for themselves and their family.
My favorite power boost was to tell a trusted adult to feel like people. That is so important, so empowering for our kids.
All of our kids were super excited to learn the power boost and then to share what they have learned, and to go home and share it with their parents and come back and let us know what they talked about. It's just a really great program where the kids really take ownership in their learning and their responsibilities to learn.
And know that there's somebody at the school who has all of those resources just ready to hand you. That was huge.
And if we can empower kids to speak up whenever they're feeling uncomfortable and help them find balance, then we're doing our job as moms, dads, parents, staff.
Okay, well, I hope you liked the video. That was from one of the schools that we worked with here in Billings, and it was such a positive experience. I love to hear praise for White Ribbon Week. There is so much good to go around, but I really wanted to point out in the upper right-hand corner, Jill Manning, PhD. She says, if all children across the country could be exposed to this innovative program, we would have a fighting chance of curbing cyberbullying and internet addictions and promoting positive digital citizenship. I love that. And that's all we need to give our kids, is just a fighting chance. And I think we can do that by empowering them. I wanted to go over the program just so you can kind of see a little bit of what an actual week would look like during White Ribbon Week. At the bottom of the screen, you can see that every day has a different theme. So Monday's Power Boost is, I have the power to not view embarrassing pictures or hurtful words. Tuesdays is, I have the power to turn it off. So every single day there is a different power boost. It gives the kids the power, the empowering that they need to remember these things and use them throughout their lives. Every day there is a morning announcement and then a classroom discussion, and all of those materials are given to you with the program. There's discussion points for teachers, and this discussion can take anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes. It totally depends on the teacher and how deep they would like to go with the discussion. There's also an option for a lunchtime activity if you would like to do that. Everything you do is just an addition and to make it more fun. But the basis of the program is to have that power boost every day and to have the discussion with the kids. Another part of the program is the parent portion. And this part is really exciting to me because we believe that parents and teachers and adults have the opportunity to really help kids learn and make good decisions. So every day there is a power boost that they're able to take home, a challenge that they can talk to their parents about, and they can fill it out with their parent and bring it back to school the next day. If you'd like to give a treat or something, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to. And then the second part of the parent portion of the program is a media safety video. This is so amazing. We have created this video to go straight to a website. So you'll get a link to a website that parents from your school, teachers, anyone that you would like can go and watch this video. It educates parents on all the things they need to know, dangers that are out there, but also gives them some really great ideas of how they can handle difficult situations with their kids. We also send home a healthy media pledge for families to fill out together, which is great because it really gets it on a personal level for the families. And then another page that's Are You a Trusted Adult? This is such a good resource for parents because they're able to read these questions and see how they would react. And they're also given some ideas of the best way to react in hard situations. As we go on, I just want to answer a few questions that you might already have so that I can get those out of the way, and then we will move on to a question and answer period. So how much does White Ribbon Week cost? Typically for the program and the parent videos, it costs $175. But the wonderful thing is that because of this generous donation, we are able to provide it to you for free. So this year it is nothing, which is really exciting. We will be providing it to 30 schools and hopefully all across the state of Montana. The next question, who comes to my school? No guest needs to come to your school. This program can be run by one volunteer. It can be run by a teacher, by a principal, by a media specialist, whoever you would like can implement this program in your school. What information should I give parents if they find out their child has been exposed to inappropriate content online? It is so normal. This is probably the most common question that I get asked is, what do I do if my kids face something that maybe I don't want to see them to see, or they just don't know how to react to? And the first thing that we want to do as parents is respond with alarm and maybe even anger or accusations towards the kids. But the most important thing is to stay calm so that you can have a good open conversation. We also give many more tools in that parent video that I was telling you about. What makes the White Ribbon Week program unique? It is so much fun. That's what makes it unique. It's we are pro technology. We love technology. We can do so many wonderful things like reaching out to all of you today. But we know that there are dangers and we want to put the filter in the child. We want to help the child have an ability to make those choices for themselves. So through this program, we make learning about technology fun, learning about some of the dangers fun, and really applicable. I know this from my personal family because my kids love White Ribbon Week. They come home so excited every day about the new messages of the day and the parent challenges and everything that goes along with it. Do I use one theme per year or 4? If you go to whiteribbonweek.org, you'll see that there are actually 4 different programs. Ideally, they would be used 1 year at a time over a 4-year period. However, the program that we will be awarding to the grant recipients is called I've Got the Power, and it's one program. So you can use that program every single day, or every single year if you would like, or you could purchase additional programs from White Ribbon Week. And how do I get parents involved? I've talked about that a little bit. The video, getting them to help volunteer is a wonderful way, and just encouraging them to do those take-home challenges with their children. So, okay, I just want to show you how you can receive the program. It's really simple. Hopefully most of you have received an email with some of these links already. If you haven't, please let me know in the chat, or you can go ahead and send us an email. So you go to endexploitationmontana.org, and you will click on prevention at the top of the page. You will click apply, and then you'll go ahead and fill out a request form. It is only 4 questions, as well as some information about your school and contact information. So it's not very time consuming, but it is necessary in order to be considered for the grant. And if you're chosen, you will receive a link to the digital program and information about how to get the written program. You'll also receive that parent video link and the take-home challenges. And then, of course, information about how to contact us if you need anything, if you have any questions. So thanks so much for listening. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen sharing. So if you have any questions, you can ask at this time. I think I'm going to stop the screen sharing. There we go. So feel free, like I said, in the chat or in person, feel free to ask any questions that you might have. I may have answered a lot of them in that frequently asked questions, but if you have more, I'd love to answer them.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is it for kindergarten first and second as well as the upper grades? Because I'm just wondering about that. If it's a good program for K1 and 2.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that question. So yes, it is a very well-rounded program. I have implemented it in my own children's school, and then we've implemented it in other schools here also. And from kindergarten to 5th grade is typically what we would suggest for this program. The wonderful thing is that the teachers get information every morning, and they have the opportunity to read the story that they want to share, and they could summarize it, and then there are question ideas for the teachers to ask the kids. So that's a way where I feel like it can really be personalized for a kindergarten class and also for a 5th grade class.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm getting a couple questions on the chat. So the first questions is, can parents go to the school to do the program? Right now, in the middle of the pandemic that we are in, that is going to be different at every school. My school allowed 2 parent volunteers this year to go into the school, and we did the morning announcements, and then we would, that's kind of all we did. I'm trying to think. We do the morning announcements, and then we would help collect the take-home challenges and count those for the teachers there. So we were able to at our school. If you are not able to, it can be changed very easily. The principal can do the morning announcement, or the secretary, and the teachers can still do their discussions, and the secretary or whoever you would like could count those take-home challenges. So it'll be different depending on your school. I hope that answered your question. If not, feel free to put follow-ups. I have another question in the chat. I'm just going to read it. There's 3 moms on here from the same elementary school. Should we each fill out an application or just send one? Does it need to come from a PTA member or be PTA approved? Okay, so You can just send one application. If you could work with the other people, that would be awesome. But just submitting one application is great. If you end up submitting extra applications, I can filter those. So as long as you all have your school written on there, that's fine. But you do probably need to get it approved through your PTA. It shouldn't be hard, because if you receive the grant, it won't cost you any money. So that shouldn't be too hard to get it PTA approved. But in the past, I've never received a grant, and I have had to go to the PTA, let them know what I was doing. And the wonderful thing is, in the materials that you receive, there's actually a how do I even start? How do I even bring this to the PTA? And there's a piece of paper that walks you right through any good talking points, things to talk to the principals about. I got another question. What if our school doesn't have a PTA? That is a good question. I would go to the principal personally. And like I said, there is a piece of paper right at the front of all of the materials that you can go, and it says talking points for my principal. You can make an appointment with your principal, go in, and you can share with them any links that we've shared with you. You can share with them videos that you've seen. We can help you do that. But yeah, typically principals are really excited about this program. You saw a principal on the video that we've done it at that school for 5 years now. So she's definitely on board, and I would think that your principal would be too. So, okay, I got another question. How time consuming is the program every day, and how much prep time will it take? I will say the great thing is that you get to choose how much time it takes, how much prep time it will take. That can be, if you choose to do little extra lunchtime activities, that will take more prep time. We have in the past had an assembly, which was really exciting and so fun for the kids. However, because of the coronavirus right now, we weren't able to do that this year. So if you want to put a ton of time into it, you can. However, we all don't always have that much time. Whether you are a teacher or a superintendent or a mom, we would like to get the kids the message as quickly and effectively as possible. So during the day, like I said, the program, you have that morning announcement. So the announcement usually is about 30 seconds long. If you want to expand on that, you sure can. And then the teachers will have a teacher portion of the program that they will just talk to the kids about, and they can, everything is there for them. It is all prepared. So they can spend 1 minute talking, or I have had teachers that have spent 10 to 12 minutes because their kids are invested in asking questions at that point of the program. So really that's all that is required, are those, suggested are those two things. So it is a really small portion of the day, but we have seen it make such a big impact in kids. One of my very favorite take-home challenges is tic-tac-toe. And it's, the kids can play tic-tac-toe with their family, and then it's turn it off, tell a trusted adult, and turn to something active. And my kids talk about that all the time. And if that's the only thing that my kids get out of this program every year, I will count that as a win. Because if we could teach all of our kids to do those three things, I think we will be arming them with the best armor that they need in life if they can do those things. Okay, I'm getting another question. What kind of feedback have parents given? Wonderful feedback. I feel like they really like those take-home challenges. It seems a little overwhelming that every night you're sending it home, but parents actually like that they have the opportunity and the questions right in front of them to have a conversation with their child. It's really good to have an excuse to talk about technology. It doesn't come natural to all of us. It's a hard subject, and to have the opportunity to just sit down with them and say, hey, will you draw a picture of something hard that happened in your day, or will you write down something positive that you could text to a friend? And why is it important to text positive things? Why would we be talking about that anyway? Parents really love that. Other feedback we've gotten is on the video, the media safety video. It is invaluable. We have gotten so many comments that, wow, I didn't know all of the things you told me. You helped arm me with ways that I can support my kids when these things come up. And now I want to be proactive. So that's a really exciting part of the program, that we actually get to take the parents alone without the kids. We don't recommend the kids watching the video. And we just get to say, hey, parents, you're not alone. And I think a lot of us feel alone right now in this world. We don't know how to navigate. So that's a really, really great part of the program. Okay, I got another question. When you say announcement, is it over the intercom, or does the principal go into each individual class? Great question. You can do it however you want. I can make the decision for you, but it is really personal. Your principal might say, I want to be super involved and I want to go into every class. I've never had a principal do that because they are very, very busy. So typically what we do is just do the announcement over the intercom, much like you would say the pledge in the morning. So then the kids all have an opportunity to hear it at the same time. And it, saves on time. You don't have to go into each individual class. So that was a lot of good discussion. If anyone has any other questions, I would love to answer. I did promise I would keep it pretty short. So I think we're doing good. Once again, I want to thank you for just coming and being here and learning about this program. I know that it changes lives. Like I said, I have seen it in hundreds of kids, not only here, but across the nation. There are many other states that are implementing this program and really giving the kids that fighting chance to be able to have that internal filter. And I know that as parents, as educators, as any type of adult that has access to children, this is our duty. And I would hope that we can take it seriously and we can recognize the amazing world that we have and the awesome technology, and also just how to help teach our kids and educate them and prevent a lot of the dangers from coming to them in the first place. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to shoot us an email. So it's info@endexploitationmontana.org. You can also go to our website, endexploitationmontana.org, and there is a contact button that will also send us an email. Just so you know, the grant will close on April 22nd. And at that time, we will go over all of the grants and have an opportunity to choose who those will be awarded to. And then you'll get an email whether you received it or not. We will let you know at that time. So thank you so much for coming. Please let us know if you have any questions at all, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. I don't know how to unmute everyone. Can you unmute yourself? Oh no, ask to unmute.